Happy Saturday, everyone. Let's do some of our regular word games. Earlier, I did release my 100 subscribers special video featuring custom puzzles from quite a few of you. So if you haven't seen that yet, you can go check that out. I'll put a link in the description. Thank you so much to everybody for subscribing, for supporting me, for submitting custom puzzles for me to solve. And I hope to do another special video of some kind soon. In fact, maybe for the next milestone, we'll do a special live stream. What milestone would be next, do you think? I mean, 1,000 is the obvious one, but that's almost 900 people away. So maybe 250, because that would be a quarter of the way. So let's get to 250 so I can do another special video, because I really like having reasons to celebrate. Because the other thing I do when I celebrate is I eat ice cream. And look at this ice cream I got at Target. It was really good. I ate the whole thing. I really like ice cream. Basically, if you want to express love for me, show up with some Diet Coke and some ice cream, and that's really all it takes. That's the key to my heart right there. I just gave away the secret. Diet Coke and ice cream. Either together or separately. I mean, I'm not picky. I'll take either or both. I don't like mint ice cream, though, for the record. Mint is for toothpaste and gum. This is a hill I will die on. Anyway, let's play some games. It is Saturday, and so according to my, wait for it, tentative, non-binding word games schedule, we play Xordle, Warmle, and Wordle Peaks. So let's do that. Xordle. It's starting us off with Earth today. We like Earth. Earth is good. We live here. I just got finished watching the second episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, and I'm liking it. It's so much more like Star Trek, like the original, like going way back to how the show was, you know, way back when it started many years ago. I said to my son that I was watching Star Trek, and he said, "Why are you watching Star Trek?" And I was like, "Dude, because I've loved Star Trek since I was like 8 years old. Why would I not watch Star Trek?" Anyway, that's beside the point. The point is the word is Earth, and we need to figure out what else is in this word besides EA and R. So I'm looking at pound as a good next. Ooh, pound is a great next one. Look at that. All right, I've got 6 of the letters already. Sometimes I pull up a game and I'm like, I don't remember how to play this. But I do. It hasn't been that long since I played Xordle. I mean, what, like 2 days? So P-O... I'd like to place R-E and A since I've got other things placed. Maybe it ends in E. Crane. Ah, look at that. All right, so I still haven't placed the R. And there is a C. I didn't expect there to be. That's nice. Maybe A-C-E? Or A-R-E? You know what's a cool word? Arcane. Arcane is a cool word. It's also 6 letters, so it's not likely the answer to this puzzle, but it's a cool word. Maybe it starts with R, actually. Let's see. R-O-U. No, U. R-O-I? How about royals? That's a cool word, too. Oh, I was right about the R being first. Cool. So I have both first letters. I have one of the second letter. Yeah, I actually have quite a lot to place still. So where does... Oh, there's an L as well. Wow, that was a good guess. So PL is a viable combination. In fact, plain is a viable word. There it is. Okay, so we have R and O and a C. Rocky. It has to be Rocky. You know why it has to be Rocky? Because Rocky is Rink's dog, and he's like super cute, and I love him very much. He's my nephew dog. I really feel silly saying that, but it's true. He's my brother's dog, so he's my nephew dog, right? That's how family trees work. So it has to be right. And it is. Yay. Okay. Moving on to Warmle. Oh my. Quigsy. That's an interesting start. A Q is interesting because it's reasonably central. I think I'll try starting with H. Maybe? H is good. And then O. Horns. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right. F-R-O-M. Frompt. It's definitely a word. Well, I don't... Let's see. Grump is a word, though. It's not the answer. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, F-L-O-P... Nope. L-O-O-R? Floor? That's a word. There we go. Floor. Actually, that was a really fun solve. I liked how that worked out. I've never done that before. I've gotten all yellows. So now, Wordle Peaks is similar in concept in the sense that we are told where letters are in relation to other letters in the alphabet, not in relation to other letters in the word. But it works a little bit differently, and I am actually going to use floor as my starting word, because I got to start with something, and I'll explain what I'm doing. It's not complicated. In fact, it's deceptively simple. If the letter is blue and pointing downward, that means the letter in this slot needs to be closer to A than what you have. So the letter that goes here has to be from A to E in the alphabet, and those ones are highlighted and the others are grayed out. If it's orange and pointing up, that means you need to go closer to Z than where you are. So this letter that goes in the second slot has to be somewhere from M to Z in the alphabet, and those letters are highlighted, and the letters that are not available are gray. And so on and so on. So we have to find a five-letter word, valid five-letter word, that fits the criteria. Lower than F, higher than L, lower than O, lower than O, lower than R. Each individually. So the fact that this F is blue does not affect the L at all. It doesn't care. The only thing that matters is that you can form a valid word with whatever letters you pick. So generally, roughly splitting the distance is helpful. So now, if it's not C, it's going to either be D or E or B or A. It's going to cut it down to two options if it's not correct. Now here, L is basically the middle. It's the 12th of 26 letters. So we have a lot of options here, and I'm going to go with R because it's not exactly in the middle, but it does come nicely after C in terms of making a word. Now, lower than O, there's almost certainly a vowel here if CR is correct, but we actually have a choice of A, E, or I. So E would split the difference most effectively. Another O. So here I could do another E, but I could also do a consonant. So I'm going to do an M. M is really close to O, but I can now do creme, which I really like. Actually had creme as an answer, so I figured it probably wasn't the answer, but it was a really good start. And it turns out C, in fact, was the first letter. So now the range has been narrowed to only be from S to Z, because not only does it have to be higher than L, it has to be higher than R. So more than likely it's U, because there's not many things that can come after C that are not vowels in that range. In fact, none of these letters can come after C. You can have an R or an L or an H after a C, but otherwise you need a vowel, pretty much. There are exceptions, but mostly, generally speaking. So probably that U is correct. Now this one has to be higher than E and lower than O, and so our range is from F to N. It is likely a consonant. The only vowel we would have is an I, and C-U-I doesn't seem likely. I suppose it's possible, but it doesn't seem likely. So let's try... I kind of want to do L. Try L. All right, now this one is between A and L. So it could be an E or an I. It's probably a consonant, though. I'm trying to think, like, what word can I actually spell? It's also very possible that this is wrong, that it's not an L, because I can't necessarily make a word. So if it weren't an L, maybe it would be... Well, what goes here? I mean, what does it end with? I think we can pretty safely eliminate Q, for example. It can't be a Y. It's probably not an I. Could be a G, could be an L. So it could be something like I'm wondering if this is an E. C-U... C-U-K? I don't know what... Could be an I as well. I'm usually quicker at this. Oh, cumin. Cumin. There it is. So I usually get it in 3, sometimes quicker, but usually 3. I thought that went pretty well. That was a lot longer than usual. I mean, I did spend a little bit of time explaining it, but I also spent a lot of time thinking. All right, so that was Wordle Peaks. I really like Wordle Peaks, and I really love that I've had the chance to tell the developer Vegeta virtually in person how much I enjoy their game. I should mention that I learned about this game from the Asylum in his live stream, where Vegeta hangs out, and you can come hang out too. The Asylum streams almost every weeknight, and I think Sunday nights as well, from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, which is 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific, and you can come hang out too. I will try to remember to put a link in the description. I think I mentioned that I was going to before and then I didn't do it, and I don't remember which video it was. But yeah, come hang out over there. We do word games together, and the Asylum is really good at word games and has some really interesting strategy and also plays some really interesting games. So you can join us over there. And of course, if you like my content and have not yet subscribed, I would so appreciate your subscription. Every number closer to the next goal is exciting for me. Breaking 100 was a thrill, a real thrill. I am over the moon. YouTube, I don't know, most people know this, I think, but YouTube does not let you monetize. You don't make any money from it, from YouTube, until you have over 1,000 subscribers and have a certain amount of watch time and a few other criteria. I'm not worried about the watch time, but I need, I believe, 893 more subscribers as of the recording of this video, which is a lot. And in the meantime, I do have a Patreon. So if you like my content and would like to help support me, obviously clicking like, clicking subscribe, those are huge. If you have a few extra dollars a month that you like to support your favorite content creators, I do have a Patreon, and you can join for as little as $1 a month, and you get cat pictures and bonus videos over there. I'll put a link. There's always a link to the Patreon in the description as well. And I'm so grateful for my Patreon supporters. I think I have 5 right now, which is enough for a cup of coffee a month. So, you know, that'll keep me awake. And actually, my next goal is to earn enough to justify buying a mic boom, which I think everyone who watches my videos would appreciate. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow, when I am streaming. Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific, I stream GeoGuessr. You can join me there and chat. Thanks, and ta-ta for now.